Hello chess world. Eid Mubarak. This is Lucky Actor welcoming you to today's World Chess News. It's April 12th, 2024, and I'm here to bring you all the latest updates from the world of chess. Alireza hunts down tournament leader Gukesh with a miraculous victory. In round 7 of Candidates 2024, Alireza comes up the only victorious to repair the dent from 2 consecutive losses in previous 2 rounds. But the result was not on the card really. Gukesh had been dominating throughout the entire game. All the commentators had called out the result in favor of Gukesh. Even the die-hard fans of Alireza had given up their hopes for this one, to say the least. In a losing position, Alireza seemed to be waiting for the inevitable with just 2 minutes, and in his clock while Gukesh still had 10 minutes to spare. Alireza had to make 11 more moves to be eligible for increment even. And then, the event started to take a miraculous turn. Gukesh chose to compile on Alireza's pinned knight instead of pushing his outpassed pawn. The move was not bad, but it complicated the game further, and Gukesh started to burn his clock now. In a few moves, Gukesh's clock came down to 2 minutes, whereas Alireza had less than a minute only. Last night, Alireza was playing Blitz in chess.com. Did it make a difference? In split seconds, he was finding the best moves in a highly complicated position. He played the legendary ND7 move with only 36 seconds remaining in his clock. Gukesh could not decipher the meaning of this move, or he did not have the time to do it, and so he moved his king to h7 with only 23 seconds remaining in the clock. Alireza was sniffing the mating net by now, while Gukesh could only keep pushing his pasa, without even knowing what's going on in the other corner of the board. The thriller ended, keeping the co-leader of the tournament stunned. Gukesh could have been in the sole lead, as Nepo had just drawn in another nail-biter against Hikaru. The tournament being halfway through, this could be his moment to make it his tournament. But that was not to be, at least in this round. But of course, there is still time, and the chess world will eagerly wait to see how things turn out. We also invite you to subscribe and stay with us along this thrilling journey.
Devastation on the face for Gukesh, and you have to feel for him. He's a teenager. This is his first candidates. He had a shot at the clear lead halfway through. My heart truly breaks for him. Peter, you work with Vincent Keimer, a teenager. It just pains you to see the heartbreak on the other end of someone's jubilation.
Yes, and in a game which he dominated, yeah? And it just goes on to show what a merciless time control this is. Yeah, the young players are actually used to the 30 seconds increment per move, yeah? And then they are handling things to perfection.
Hikaru Nakamura displayed the best opening preparation of the tournament so far. If Alireza presented us with a thriller against Gukesh, Hikaru Nakamura actually produced a horror against Ian Nepomniachtchi. Hikaru prepared this weapon against Petrov's defense 2 years ago, and what a platform to use it. Hikaru took Nepo into a deep computer line where he grabbed Black's rook and a pawn just for a bishop. But in the process, he left his king vulnerable. The super preparation made Nepo think so deep, since there were a series of only single moves Nepo had to find to avoid immediate loss, and Nepo kept doing it relentlessly. The fight became even when eventually Hikaru also came out of his prep and started burning his clock too. Finally, the super exciting horror show resolved peacefully with a draw. The other 2 games ended in draw, although Pragu came up with yet another surprising opening choice of French defense, where Caruana chose the advanced variation of French, but could not penetrate Pragu's camp despite a promising setup. After halfway through the tournament, Ian leads solely in the open section. Tan Zhongyi still leads in women's section, where only Lei Tingjie wins against Vaishali Ramesh Babu, and the other 3 games end in draws. We shall be back with round 8 news to you, where some exciting pairings await to bring some action-packed moments for you. Let's now move to some other important tournaments taking place. In St. Louis, Missouri, the club hosts 2024 Spring Chess Classic starting 11th April. The tournament takes place in 2 groups of 10 players each, where the youngest ever Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra draws against Grandmaster Mandonka. Vipranav leads Sunway Formentera Chess Festival 2024. With 3 points out of 3 games, Venkatesh Pranav, another Indian chess prodigy, leads the Sunway Formentera Chess Festival 2024. Round 4 will take place today. That was all for today's news. Before leaving, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button as we need you with us to keep continuing with the efforts. Thank you for joining us today. This is Lucky Actor signing off. Until tomorrow, take care and bye-bye.